The Kite Runner, The Thousand Splendid Suns. So if I had to pick an outfit, what would you do? Feeling about it. Thank you तपाईँहरू सबैजनाले आफ्नो फेभरेट अथरहरू सेयर गरिदिनु भएकोमा र अब भने चाहिँ तपाईँको फेभरेट बुक बारे थाहा पाउँ किनभने कसैको चाहिँ एउटा यस्तो फेभरेट बुक हुन्छ विच दे कुड रिड फर मल्टिपल टाइम्स एन्ड स्टिल नट गेट बोर्ड अनि यो बुक चाहिँ लाइक इङ्ग्लिस हो कि नेपाली हो अनि यो सँगै तपाईँको कुन प्रेफरेन्स छ लाइक इङ्ग्लिस नेपाली प्रेफरेन्स दिनुहुन्छ
My favorite book is, well, it's a series of books, Harry Potter. I'm pretty sure most of you know about Harry Potter. It's about a wizard, it's about a wizard and the school of Hogwarts. I love this book, and for me, I personally enjoy English literature.
Thank you for sharing about your favorite book. Now let's hear about Suvani's favorite book.
I recently read a book called Number the Stars, which I extremely love. It's my favorite book. So about a second say The Dragonfly Pool by Eva Peterson. मलाई एकदम मन परेको बुक हो र भन्नुपर्दा मेरो पनि इङ्ग्लिस बुकको प्रेफरेन्स छ तर आई एम ट्राइङ टु रिड मोर नेपाली बुक्स सो द्याट आई क्यान इम्प्रुभ माई नेपाली पनि
थ्याङ्क यू फर यर एन्सर अब चाहिँ हामी स्वर्णिकाको एन्सर सुनौँ
My personal preference is also English books, but I'm open to reading any books with different cultures or implement भएको बुक्सहरू पनि म पढ्छु टाइममा त्यसै गरी मेरो favorite book भनेको and the book I would give to my friend is a book called Wonder. यो Wonder भन्ने book चाहिँ we got taught in 6th grade from our school. And it's personally I find that book very inspiring. And it's like, no matter what happens, if you keep moving forward, you'll achieve what you want to say. Oh, that's why I would recommend the book Wonder.
Thank you for your answer. So, म जब 7th ग्रेडमा थिएँ तब म सोच्थेँ म चाहिँ अराउन्ड द वर्ल्ड इन 80 डेज भन्ने बुकको मिस्टर पिलियसको अगला क्यारेक्टर हो भनेर सोच्थेँ किनभने सो द्याट एटलिस्ट फर वान डे म त्यो क्यारेक्टर जसरी वर्ल्डको कुनै एउटा पार्ट घुम्न पाउँथेँ भनेर अब यहाँ हामीहरूसँग हुनुभएको गेस्टहरूले चाहिँ अब कुन क्यारेक्टरहरू सोच्नु हुँदैछ लाइक if you had to spend a day as a character from any book, which character would you be and why? For me, if I had to be a character from any book, I'd choose Harry Potter from Harry Potter. I find the adventures he goes on so interesting and thrilling, and I would love to go through one of those adventures myself. Thank you for your answer. Let's know what character would Suvani want to be? For me, I would love to be the character Nico D'Angelo from the Percy Jackson series. He has great superpowers and I would love to use them. They can be a little tiring, so I think I'll enjoy them afterwards, but that's fine. It's like our like little child's dream. No, pardon me. It's just like a dream which we used to have when we were a child to have superpowers and control everything as our wish. So that was the character which Suvani wanted to be and अब भने स्वर्णिकाले चाहिँ कुन क्यारेक्टर बन्न मन लाग्छ भनेर थाहा पाऊँ If I could be a character, I would pick Ned from Wrinkle of Time because reading that book, like Wrinkle of Time, it's very interesting and it's very interesting what she went through and I'd want to be that. But then if I had to pick another one, I would definitely be Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson series. Thank you for your answer. अब भने हामीहरूको पठन संस्कृति रिडिङ कल्चरको बारेमा कुरा गरौँ जुनलाई चाहिँ अब प्रायः जस्तो स्कुलहरूमा चाहिँ पठन संस्कृति रिडिङ कल्चरलाई चाहिँ डेभलप गर्नको लागि सिकाइएको हुन्छ सो विदेशी उहाँहरूमा पनि रिडिङ कल्चरको बानी बसेको छ त्यसैले उहाँहरू पनि बुक्स रिड गर्नुहुन्छ अब लाइक यो रिडिङ कल्चरले चाहिँ एउटा ह्युमन लाइफमा चाहिँ कस्तो खालको लाइक इम्प्याक्ट पार्दो रहेछ कस्तो प्रभाव पार्दो रहेछ अनि तपाईँ चाहिँ कस्तो चेन्जेस भन्नुभएको छ आफूले बुक पढ्न थालिसकेपछि लाइक आफ्नो नर्मल लाइफ डेली लाइफमा I feel like after I started reading books, I become more patient and also more patient. And the books help me come to this. Like if I'm studying
my exams. Before I actually start reading, I'll read like a couple of pages of my novel that I'm currently reading, and it just helps me focus.
साम्राज्ञीलाई चाहिँ बुकले फोकस कन्सन्ट्रेसन र पेसेन्स सिकाएको रहेछ अब सुवानीलाई चाहिँ बुक पढेर चाहिँ कस्तो फाइदा भयो त
In my life, I think reading books it has helped me improve my creativity and language skills. अनि त्यो सँगसँगै it's a form of entertainment for me एउटा hobby जस्तो हो र जब स्कुलको काम हुँदैन it is an activity that I can do for stress relief जस्तो पनि and it's something I enjoy and don't have to take stress about. अनि त्यो बाहेक पनि I think I gain external knowledge हाम्रो स्कुलको कोर्स बुक्सहरू भन्दा पनि बाहेक I can gain a lot more knowledge अनि त्यसको आफूलाई नै स्मार्ट जस्तो लाग्छ.
We can all agree that external knowledge चाहिँ हामीहरूको बुक्सहरूले प्रोभाइड गर्छ नै भनेर अब स्वर्णिकालाई चाहिँ कस्तो फाइदा हुन्छ त
Reading personally is not just a school subject. Reading like develops critical thinking skills and vocabulary and overall thinking capacity बढाउँछ त्यस्तै गरी like answer पनि more clear precisely भनेको छ बुक्सहरू पढ्यो भने अनि मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो इम्प्याक्ट भएको छ भने I think one main thing books have done for me is increase my vocabulary. Like the words I know and how I speak, the books have really affected how I use it.
I surely agree with all of your answers as books have many different types of impacts in our day-to-day life. यसको चाहिँ हामीहरूको जीवनमा लाइक धेरै धेरै फाइदाहरू हुने गर्छ अब तपाईँहरू सबैजनाले बुक त पढ्नुहुन्छ तर कस्तो इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा पढ्नुहुन्छ लाइक कसैको हुन्छ लाइक सर्टेन प्रिफरेन्स हुन्छ जस्तै कसैलाई चाहिँ एउटा नर्मल रेनी डेमा बुक पढ्न मन लाग्छ कसैलाई एउटा ब्याड वेदरको दिन जस्तै एउटा स्टर्म आइरहेको हुन्छ कि एउटा हेभी लाइटनिङ भएको बेला अब सबैजनाको आइडियल खालको इन्भाइरोमेन्ट त हुन्छ नै म यस्तो इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा बुक पढ्छु भनेर अनि अब नानीको चाहिँ कस्तो खालको आइडियल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट छ त
मेरो लागि चाहिँ एनी डे होइन कुनै वेदर स्पेसिफिक चाहिँ हुँदैन तर मेरो रुममा कसैले डिस्टर्ब नगरेको बेला बेडमा पल्टेर बुक पढ्न चाहिँ मलाई एकदम रमाइलो लाग्छ एन्ड द्याट इज वाट माई आइडियल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट इज
एन्ड साम्राज्ञी yours?
म चाहिँ I like reading like right before I go to bed. I turn off all the lights and just turn on my reading light and that's when I like to read.
So a warm, cozy night environment is her ideal environment. And Swarnika, what is your ideal environment?
Personally, I can read books anywhere. Like if I have like a really big interest in a book, like Aussie Walker, I was reading Percy Jackson. Like school like government school I can read it. Like quiet environment, I can read it. No place, I can read it because like if I have like interest, like me focus I can read a book anywhere I want.
Thank you for all of your answers. हामीहरूमध्ये probably धेरैजना साथीहरू चाहिँ यस्तो बुक्सहरू चाहिँ पढ्नु हुँदैन होला अब यस्तो बुक्सहरू नपढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ अब कस्तो डिसएडभान्टेजेसहरू भइरहेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ किनभने अब तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ यस्तो रिडिङ कल्चरको थ्रुबाट यति धेरै इम्प्याक्ट भइरहेको छ तपाईँहरूको डे टु डे लाइफमा यति धेरै फाइदाहरू भइरहेको छ अब जसले चाहिँ पढ्नु हुँदैन नि तपाईँहरूको फ्रेन्ड्सहरू उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ कस्तो इफेक्ट भइरहेको छ होला उहाँहरूको डे टु डे लाइफमा र उहाँहरूले चाहिँ कस्तो सजेसन दिन चाहनुहुन्छ
I feel like my classmates don't really read. They're very impatient and restless, and they have way too much screen time.
Yes, and we can surely agree that screen time affects our physical health as well as mental health. But as you read, your physical and metabolic strength is also maybe like comparatively more than them. And Sudhani, what do you want to suggest?
All my classmates that do not have a habit of reading, please start getting into the habit because it's much better to read books than scroll on social media or just waste your time doing nothing. It helps you improve your creativity, language skills, patience. It also helps you gain more knowledge. So it's all very beneficial. So please start getting into the habit.
Probably all of our classmates are not into this reading culture or of reading habit. But we still have Swanika's answer left. So, Swanika, your answer.
People who don't have reading habits, like we, अब पढ्ने र नपढ्ने मान्छेहरूको डिफ्रेन्स खोज्यो भने हामी के देख्न सक्छौँ भने मेबी पढ्ने मान्छेहरूको भोक्याबुलरी अझै एडभान्स हुनसक्छ, क्रिटिकल थिङ्किङ स्किल्सहरू अझै एडभान्स हुनसक्छ, तर स्टिल नपढ्ने भनेको पनि ठ्याक्क डिस्क्रिमिनेट त गर्न मिलेन हामीले, तर अब आफूले इन्ट्रेस्ट भएको एउटा बुक पायो भने अनि पढ्न थाल्यो भने चाहिँ अझै राम्रो हुन्छ होला त्यो हामीलाई।
फर्स्ट टाइम जब म 8th ग्रेडमा थिएँ, मैले चाहिँ एउटा इमोसनल बुक पढेको थिएँ र त्यो बुक चाहिँ होप राइजिङ भन्ने थियो। अनि त्यो बुक चाहिँ लाइक एकदमै इमोसनल खालको थियो, विच विल लाइक मेक एभ्री वान जसले पढ्नुहुन्छ उहाँलाई चाहिँ खुवाउने खालको बुक थियो। अब तपाईँहरूले पढ्नु भएको बुकमध्ये चाहिँ अब विच इज द मोस्ट इमोसनल बुक यु हेभ रेड टिल डेट?
First of all, Samrani. Me personally, I haven't really read emotional books, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so Sunani.
I don't read many emotional books either, but there are a few books that have made me cry before, and one of them that I can remember right now is called Bridge to Terabithia.
Well, thank you for your answer. Now let's hear from Swanika.
An emotional book I've read. I also personally don't read emotional books because they're not my thing. But one emotional book I've read and cried in is The Song of Achilles Vane. That book was very nice. It was very nicely written. The plot was very nice. That's the emotional book I've read, and that's probably one of my favorite books.
Thank you for your answer. Now let's go to our another question, and that would be how can non-readers romanticize reading? So let's start with Samrani.
I feel like non-readers can start reading by first maybe being gifted a book by a friend or family, and when they find a type of book that they enjoy more than others, then they can start finding more books that are similar in taste or get the habit of reading. I think for people to romanticize reading, it is important that they find the genre that they enjoy the most. Sometimes I like genre month so if I like fiction, others might not. So explore different books and find the right book for you, right genre for you, so that you don't want to fall in love with a book. You naturally fall in love with it. So it's not something that you're being forced to do or you're forcing yourself to do. You're naturally doing so. After I force nobody, but if you force yourself to read books, that's when you're going to dislike it more. So naturally, you want to read books and find the right genre for you.
That's a wonderful answer, and thank you for your answer. Now let's hear from Swanika.
I completely agree with Shivani. For romanticizing reading habits, it's all about finding the right book for yourself. If you find a book of interest, कि आफूलाई मन परेको एउटा book पढ्यो भने भेटायो भने पढ्न थाल्यो भने, I think you like immediately fall in love with that book and maybe the genre as well, and they पढ्दै जान्छ. This degree is also all about finding the right environment for you to study in, because someone might have interest in books, तर अब एउटा right environment नभेटाएर तिनीहरूले नपढ्न थालेको पनि हुनसक्छ.
तपाईँहरू सबैजनाको उत्तरको लागि चाहिँ धन्यवाद। अब प्रायः जसो नर्मल मान्छेहरूको के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि उहाँहरू पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँहरू इजिली डिस्ट्र्याक्टेड हुन्छ। उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ कस्तो अब एक्सटर्नल र इन्टरनल फ्याक्टर्सहरू हुन्छ जसले चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई डिस्ट्र्याक्ट गरिरहेको हुन्छ। अब नपढ्नबाट अथवा पढ्दैखेरि अरू केही काम गर्नु जस्तो हुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई। अब तपाईँहरूलाई चाहिँ यस्तो कहिले डिस्ट्र्याक्टेड फिल हुँदैन पढ्दाखेरि?
I don't really feel distracted while reading because most of the time when I'm reading it's at night time, right before I go to sleep. But whenever I'm reading out in public and other people around me, I find it very difficult to do.
Thank you for your answer. Now let's hear from Sulani.
For me, I don't get distracted that often. I'm usually really into reading books, so I'm usually really focused. But when I do get distracted by small little things that I want to do other than reading books, I would usually just put a bookmark there and leave for a while. That's kind of like a signal that my brain needs a break, so I usually do something else.
So now, thank you for your answer as well. Now, we will hear from Swarnika.
Yes, I have gotten distracted from reading books, but I think that was a sign that that book is not of my interest for me. Because if I'm really interested in a book, nothing can really distract me. So if I do somehow get distracted by the littlest of things, then I take that as a sign to start another book because that means that I don't really have interest in that book.
That's a wonderful answer. Thank you for all of your answers. And now, as you all are reading books and you have read multiple books till date, so if you ever had a chance to write a book in the coming future, what book will you write and what will it be about?
If I had to write a book in the future, I would write a fictional story. I feel like if I wrote a book, I'd write about mythical creatures and stuff like that.
Thank you.
For me, if I were to ever write a book, I'd also write a fictional book. Maybe add incidents in the book that has been inspired by my life and a bit about my life, but like not like a biography, more fictional book.
Well, thank you for your answer. Now let's hear from Swarnika.
If I were to write a book, I would definitely be inspired by authors like Khalil Hosseini and books like Kite Runner. Because if I were to write a book, it would definitely be about like problems that people face in different countries with discrimination or like women overall. And like I would like write about those situations but in a story form. So it would be considered fictional, but then the problems would be not fictional.
Thank you for all of your answers. Now, अहिलेसम्म तपाईँहरूले धेरै बुकहरू पढ्नुभएको छ र यसमध्ये चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई कुन बुक चाहिँ सबैजनाले पढ्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ अनि किन जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईँहरूलाई?
One of the books that I've read that I feel like a lot of more people should read is a book by Linda Subal called Long Walk to Water. It's a book about a guy, like a kid who's still pretty young and he has to, like they have to walk and walk because of the war in Sudan in their country. I think a book that everyone should read could be Number the Stars. It is to a point educational but still really entertaining and fun. Another book that everyone could read is The Little Prince. Children and adults all can enjoy the book very much.
Thank you. Now let's hear from Swarnika.
A book I would recommend is The Kite Runner. That book, I put it off for a very long time and people recommended for me to read it. But when I read it, I still like, I've reread that book about 5 times. Like, I've completely fell in love with the book. So if I were to ever recommend a book to anyone, I would definitely recommend The Kite Runner.
थ्याङ्क यू. अब तपाईँहरू सबैजनाले चाहिँ बुकहरू पढ्नु हुँदो रहेछ र यदि अब तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ अब कसैलाई चाहिँ एउटा बुक गिफ्ट गर्नु पऱ्यो भने तपाईँहरू चाहिँ त्यो साथीलाई चाहिँ कुन बुक गिफ्ट गर्नुहुन्छ त? लेट्स हियर फ्रम साम्राज्ञी.
If I had to gift a book to one of my friends, it would probably be my Teachers in Alien series because I donated one of those books to school and everyone loved the book.
Thank you for your answer. Now let's hear from Sudan.
If I had to give a gift to someone as the book, then I think the book I would give is The Dragonfly Pool by Eva Watson. It's a book I've personally really enjoyed and I keep going back to it.
Thank you for your answer. And now we have known that you would like to give that book to your friend. Now let's see which book would Swarnika like to give her friend.
The book I would gift my friend would be according to their preference. There are overall about that. Again, I would like to gift either Kite Runner or A Thousand Splendid Suns. But another book that I have gifted would be The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Thank you. So now we have almost come to at least end of our program. So I would like to recall if I have missed anything and that you would like to add it in. So Sapragi, would you like to add anything else? Sunani?
I have nothing much to add, but in the end,